Alrighty, so, hello you guys, real quickly, I thought we could actually go ahead and react to Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, trailer. This is actually the story trailer, that they showcased about 2 weeks ago at this point in time. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I have not actually had a chance to react to this yet, and I have not even seen any clips towards it. I'm very excited for Shadows of the Erdtree, especially since it's going to be coming out in, just under a couple of weeks at this point in time. We are going to be playing it when it first comes out, so don't worry about that. I'm actually getting my character all set up with some of the things since I screwed up my save a couple of years ago, but I am doing that. I know it's going to have apparently its own progression system or something, I heard, but we'll figure it out once the game actually gets kind of fully released and more information comes out. And if you guys want to leave anything down below about, you know, Elden Ring itself, or maybe even something about progression systems, or just in general, that'll be awesome. All right, but with that being said and done with, I'm very interested to see this. Miyazaki, you do us proud, bro, because we've been waiting for this quite a bit. All right, so I guess it's about time to go ahead and get into it and see what it's all about. All right, let's do it. From Software and Bandai Namco Entertainment presents. Oh, make sure it's like fully up for you guys. Yeah.
Mikula the Kind spoke of the beginning.
Alrighty.
The seduction and the betrayal.
I don't know what the heck was that. Interesting.
An affair from which gold arose.
Yo, nice hair. Ayo.
And so too
Whoa, it
was
looks
Shadow
creepy.
born. What followed was a war unseen.
Whoa, dude, those look so cool. So we got like some gigantic war going on between it.
Could never be put to song.
War never changes, ayo. Sorry.
A purge without grace.
Jesus Christ, man. Oh god, the snake. Oh, that's creepy looking.
The tyranny of Mesmer's flame.
Jesus. Okay, that looks kind of cool. What is that? That dude look crazy. Jesus Christ, man. Just people just strung about. It's all good. Got spot height to boy. Whoa. Erdtree? The old Erdtree, maybe? Sorry. Interesting.
And so kindly Mikula would abandon everything.
This is actually really cool. What the heck's up with those spots there?
His golden flesh. His blinding strength. Even his fate. But we are not deterred.
Right? Bro.
We choose to follow.
What is up with, like, the little spots of grace? They're all awkward looking. I guess that's the site of grace. Will you walk with us? Elden Ring. Shadow of the Erdtree. Interesting. Very, very interesting. 06/21/2024, dudes. Not that far away. Alright, and there we go. Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, June 21st. Oh, we get like the little ring over here of Michaela. That's actually pretty cool. Alright, so that looked really great, and it does make me kind of interested. Story trailer, I wonder what that's all about. I might have to look at that later. This looks insanely great in the story-wise, so it's going to be kind of about Michaela. Probably said Michaela. Which is going to be kind of interesting. It definitely makes me feel like this is kind of telling the story before everything kind of went, and like a gigantic war that's kind of going on. At least that's kind of the vibe I'm getting, which is pretty damn crazy. it looks interesting as hell. I can be 100% honest. It's like the war that happened, because if I remember correctly, lore-wise, I think like you had like a Erdtree from back then, and you got the new Erdtree that popped up, which is like kind of like a parasite Erdtree, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on this, okay? Lore-wise, it gets a little bit crazy. So in one way, this feels like you're getting like either right when that gigantic war was going on, like in the spot where the old Erdtree was, you know, and you get to kind of rise up before everything goes to shit, something, or what in the midst of it going to shit. Like, it's just so much interesting concepts with it. It really is. Not gonna lie, it's like a big betrayal that ends up happening, and some kind of gigantic war apparently goes on. Yeah, it's actually really interesting. It makes me curious about the full story of it thus far. Yeah, some gigantic war just takes place. Look at these colossal enemies, bro. And we've seen that in the previous trailer. That looks like you're going to be fighting those things. Like, ooh. But it definitely looks very interesting. I gotta be 100% honest. This looks really insane. I can be honest. It looks really insane. Understood nothing. Loved everything. I'm sorry. Understood nothing. Loved everything. That sums up the whole Souls experience. People are fighting ultimate powers. Mesmer's leading some army, and there's someone that looks like a dancer of a Boreal Valley. Michaela is unlocking ultimate power, but it will probably destroy him since he is broken next to Mog. I should have looked at the comments, but that's a pretty good summary of what's going on too. Not fully, but I don't think we'll have to wait until the gigantic lore videos from Babidia. That's what we're gonna have to wait until. But story-wise, it looks interesting. I don't know why, but I'm getting like a feeling of something that's already happened in the past, and we're getting to experience that. That's how I feel. That's at least how I'm interpreting this entirety of the war, especially since it looks like we got the gigantic Erdtree that happens right here. This looks like the old Erdtree that was taking place in the battle. You know, that old place that you get to go, and it's like this old broken freaking tree. That's what it's really reminding me of. And then like now you got the gigantic Erdtree that's glowing, which is technically like the parasite, which then where's the Elden beast is inside there and stuff. So that's at least how it feels with the whole sensibility of it. Don't quote me on this, okay? Like, literally, do not quote me on this. I could be totally off basis, but at least from my, you know, kind of just knee-jerk reaction real quickly, that's how it at least feels, and it's quite interesting, especially since we're going to be doing something around Mog's territory with the whole egg possibly popping out and shit, and maybe that's how we actually start up the DLCs. We'll have to kind of wait. I think now there is like a official thing saying that there's going to be like its own progression, which really interested me about this portion with how this looks. Like the spots of grace, the sites of grace, has like this new insignia on it. It's very interesting that we're kind of having this weird, like, what, close to one, no, it looks kind of like a moon crescent thing. Is there a sign in there that has like a crescent like that? Is it something that might be missing? Look, I can admit, whenever it comes to lore wise, I'm not like 100% up to date about it, but it is kind of like an interesting almost 75% circle with like a streak going through it, kind of like a little weird cross and thing. It looks interesting. I wonder how this is all going to work in the Shadow of the Erdtree. It looks crazy, I can tell you that. It absolutely looks crazy. It's got me peaked. Like, my interest is very peaked for this game right now. Currently, I'm literally replaying my copy of it right now and waiting for it to actually go ahead and drop the DLC. I already bought the DLC, so we're just kind of pretty much waiting for the entirety of the game, which comes out this month on the 21st. So as soon as that drops, we're going to be playing it freaking day one. I'm getting my strength plus faith build back up. I just got my blasphemous blade back, so I'm very excited about that because I'm sorry, I love the blasphemous blade that you get from Rykard. It is super good, and it looks so creepy and cool. Apparently, people think this is like a reference to like one of the weapons in Berserk because of the way it looks and the way that Rykard like regurgitates it out of his mouth to be able to use, which is pretty cool. I'm not fully into Berserk, but once again, Miyazaki's really into it, and he's always got some hints towards Berserk in his video games, so it is actually pretty awesome. Anyways, I'm sorry. I just had a lot of fun just sitting here looking at the thing. So that's my first initial reaction towards it, my knee-jerk reaction. For some reason, it looks like we're going into the past where a gigantic war has taken place whenever it came to Miquella. With the addition of, I forgot what his name was, rising up like an army and kind of going crazy with that shit. Like, that's what it looks like. Something that's been in the past and not certainly in the present, which is, like I said, a little bit interesting there. I do want to say I do thank you for everybody joining in on this. This is going to be amazing when it finally drops, and we will be playing it day one as soon as it drops. So if you are interested in maybe checking it out and stuff, you're absolutely more than welcome to. Thank you for everybody coming out and just viewing the Elden Ring Shadow of Erdtree, you know, story trailer with me. And if you got any thoughts, ideas, anything that you would like to speak about, please leave it in the comments down below. I would love to hear more, especially since this is something I'm very hyped up about, and I know a lot of other people are hyped up about, so I would love to see what you guys have to say. And if you are going to play the DLC, please let me know, one, how excited you are with it, and two, what type of builds you're going to be going. I've went with a strength plus faith build for my first ever playthrough, and I'm currently trying to get my character back to a strength plus faith build. I screwed up a couple things with my saves by accident with some mods, and I didn't back up my save files, so that was on me. Stupid, I know. But I'm having a great time actually getting reintroduced into the world of Elden Ring, because, you know, I actually have been wanting to replay this game for a while. Just this weekend I played it for like almost 25 hours ish, and I literally made it to Rykard, which was really fun. So yeah, anyways, thank you for everybody joining in on this. I hope everybody had a great time. Leave your thoughts if you want to talk about anything related to Elden Ring. On top of that, I would love to hear, you know, feedback towards this. We will be doing more reactions. Summer Game Fest is literally around the corner. If there's any interesting games, I may react to it, and we will be doing a Summer's game reaction, like live stream wise. So if you want to join in on that as well. But for now, this is where I got to go and end it off. Literally not too long before we get our hands on this, and I'll be playing it day one. If you want to check it out, definitely subscribe. Either way, if you liked the video, like, subscribe, share, don't forget to give it bacon, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, you guys.